Hi, everybody. This is your July Cancer forecast for 2020. And the first thing I did was draw a psychic card, and it's Rejoice in Celebration. And basically, what that means, it's perfect for Cancer. It's birthday month. It's time to party. It's time to gather your friends, your family. Have a good time. Love life, okay? Enjoy everything that life has to offer. And by the end of the month, you're going to know how much you are loved and appreciated. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit. This first week in July starts really at the end of June. So it's really, that first week. But and the reason being, we have a Pluto-Jupiter conjunction in Capricorn in your 7th house of relationships. That's going to expand partnerships, either in a good way or a bad way. Okay, if the relationship's going good, then things are going to be sunshine and roses. Okay, but if it's bad, then you're going to see that there's things that have to go bye-bye. Okay, and there's no other way to put it. And you can also be expanding your partnerships at this time. Now, then we have Uranus in Cancer in the 11th house, sextile the Sun in Cancer in the 1st house. And basically, with Uranus in the 11th house, that's saying friendships are changing. A lot of things are changing with your friends, or with the groups that you belong to, or with your dreams. All of these things are changing because there needs to be more structure, okay, with your friends, or with the groups, or in your dreams. You need to get more structure with these changes that are happening. And it's sextiling your Sun in the 1st. These are things that you're going to overcome easily. Don't get worried about it. It's just that for you, it's for yourself that these things have to change. You can't keep having sporadic changes and this happening and this happening. There's got to be that secure base with your friendships, with the people that you choose to allow in your life. And even in your dreams, there's got to be security that happens. Now, here's the 1st, okay? This is where we start the month off, really. We have got Saturn retrograding back into Capricorn out of Aquarius for a minute. So we'll get a little bit of relief from what's going on somewhat. But with the 7th house, okay, being Capricorn, for you, you're going over partnership issues that you've had for the past 2.5 years, these lessons. And you're finally figuring out what it was all about. Okay, you need structure. You know that you need stability and security as a Cancer. You rule home and family, and you always like a secure home base. Well, you're working on this with your partnerships right now, and you're learning what has to go in your partnerships. Because it's going to be going in to your 8th house when it goes back into Aquarius. And that's going to be your deep self, the scars, your psychic ability, your transformation. There's going to be a lot of things that happen over the next 2.5 years. But first, you're going to have to finish up with your partnerships and the type of things that you are going to allow in your partnerships, because when it all comes down to it, you're an emotional creature. You like things to be stable and secure. And in order to have that home base secure, your partnerships have got to be secure. Now, the next thing that's going to happen on the 4th or the 5th, depending where you're at, is we're having a lunar eclipse with the sun, of course, in Cancer, which is your sign, in the first house. And it is with the moon in Capricorn in the 7th house. And pretty much that's eclipsing a partnership out of your life. This partnership is going to be taken away. It can, now don't think it's always a bad thing. It's got to touch your chart in a way that it's going to activate it also. But eclipses can end partnerships that are no longer working for you. They can end things that aren't serving your highest good. So it does bring a good beginning once this ending happens. Then on the 6th through the 12th, we have, on the 8th, we've got Mercury in Cancer in the first house, squaring Mars in Aries in your 10th house. Now, a little side note here. Mars is just starting its journey through Aries. It's going to be here till January. We have a Mars retrograde. So any actions that you're taking right now, you're going to be rethinking them when it goes retrograde. And this is also on the 8th, we still have Mercury retrograde. So we're rethinking the things that we want to do. And for you, you're rethinking the things that you want to do because of the actions of someone who holds power in your life. Whether it be your father figure, your boss, it could, be your own power too. You're rethinking how you use that power because the actions you're taking aren't in line with the thoughts that you're having. So just know that, this power is all within you. So just hold off on it though, because Mercury is still retrograde and your thoughts are fuzzy. Now, come the 12th, Mercury will be going direct in that first house of yours. So you're going to start thinking more clearly. You're going to start being able to get the things done that you want to get done, but you're still going to have to wait a little bit so Mercury can build up some speed. But at least you're going to be able to move in a forward direction and your thoughts aren't going to be fuzzy. Then we've got on the 12th also the sun in Cancer in the first house, and it's trining Neptune in the 9th house of Pisces. Okay, well, that's telling me pretty much, because you're a sun, and the 9th house represents philosophies, broadcasting, publishing, higher values, education, that you're going to be invested in one of these areas, and you're going to be doing it very easily, and it's going to bring you joy and happiness. It's going to bring you a celebration, and it could be that you finally see through the illusion of a 9th house matter that has to do with broadcasting, because, we also have all this media right now that's falsifying things to fit their agenda, and you're going to be able to see through all of that too. So just know that you're going to be very happy on this day because of things of a higher philosophy, from education, from broadcasting, from the media. Something's going to bring you a lot of joy, and just touch your heart. So on the 14th, because we're talking about the third week now, the 13th through the 19th, and that basically, on the 14th, you have the sun in Cancer again, in your first house, and it's opposing Jupiter in your seventh house of Capricorn. And that's basically your relationships are opposing what you want to do in your life. So relationship issues are expanding. Again, it's just something you have to overcome with another person. And the layers are going to have to be stripped back in order for you to overcome this issue, because it's something that you want, but the partnership is opposed to it. They don't want it, okay? So there's going to have to be, a partnership issues. That layer is going to have to be stripped off in order for you to move forward. Then on the 15th, we've got the sun, okay, in Cancer in the first house, opposing Pluto in Capricorn in the seventh house. And again, we've got this issue that's not going away in a partnership, and you're going to have to deal with it. It's going to transform your partnership in some kind of way, but that illusion of what you think that partnership should be is going away, because you have to come to realize in life there's partnerships that are healthy for us and there's partnerships that aren't. And no matter how bad we might want this partnership, or no matter how much we feel this partnership should be a certain way, there's another person involved, and they have their own ways of doing things, and they have their own ways of what they want in life. And in order for you to continue on, you're going to have to realize that you're not going to get everything you want, and that these issues have to be torn down in order for this partnership to move forward. And if it can't, because the partnerships are just on such drastic different levels, then you're going to have to transform this partnership into being something that you both can deal with in life. And if not, then you need to move on in a different way. Then, okay, on the 20th to the 26th of July, the 20th, we actually have the sun in Cancer in the first house, again, all about yourself, opposing Saturn in Capricorn in the seventh. And you're opposed at this point to what the structures want. You're opposed to what the structures say. This is the way it's got to be. You don't think that You want structure in your life, okay, but not at the cost that they're telling you it's coming at. Um, you know, you want stability in your life, but because of the stability, are you giving away yourself? You can't continue to give yourself away and have nothing left for yourself and the structure's always saying no, it's going to be this way in the partnership. Well, that just doesn't work for you anymore. You want a structure and stability, and you want the things that are going to work for you in the way that they're going to work for you. And sometimes that, you got to cut that partnership out because they want traditional. And you don't want traditional. You want a partnership. But, they're still living in a world where they feel that they're the authority and they get to do what they want, and you're going to live by these rules. You're just not having it anymore. Okay, and then on the 22nd, the sun enters Leo in your second house, and you're going to be a little bit more playful. You are also going to get creative with how you make money. You're going to get creative with the different things that are happening in your life, because ultimately the second house rules our morals, our ethics, how we make our money, well, our finances, not necessarily how we make it, but our finances, ethics, morals, things that bring stability to our lives, because Taurus naturally rules this, and our finances give us stability, our morals give us stability, our ethics give us stability. Well, you've got Leo coming in there, and he's going to shine his light on that area for you. And because of it, you're going to be more happy, more outgoing, and you're also going to shine your light on your ethics, on your morals. Other people are going to see this, and you're going to become more attractive because of this. Now, on the 22nd, we have Mercury in Cancer, going back over that ground of where he was in Mercury retrograde, because he's moving forward now, and he's in your first. And again, he is sextiling Uranus in Taurus in your 11th house. Now, your thoughts are going to be in alignment with your friendships, with the groups that you belong to. And they're also your dreams. Your thoughts are focused on these things. You want to communicate in a way that everybody is in alignment with the same goals, with the same dreams. Your friendships have a camaraderie to them, and that's a good thing. Then that last week, which is considered the first week in August, I just want to talk about it a little bit, because on the 27th, we have got 3 aspects happening. And we've got Jupiter in Capricorn in the 7th house, okay, and that is sextile Neptune in Pisces in the 9th house. And you're going to be expanding your you're going to be expanding your philosophies, You're going to be expanding the way that you broadcast, which you're trying to, or the media, is going to be expanding itself in some way for you. Or, you could be writing a book and you're getting ready to put it out there to the media for release. So, because that's definitely a thought process there. Then, you're on the 27th, you've got Venus in Gemini in your 12th house, the most hidden part of you. Okay, and it's squaring Jupiter in the 9th house. Okay, so your philosophies aren't matching up with your love life, or the part that you keep hidden from everybody else. Okay, there could be a secret around your love life. There could be things hidden that you didn't know about your love life, and it's squaring again, Neptune, and that's your philosophies, your beliefs. So it's basically, to me, it's pretty much saying that with Gemini, and Gemini is moving forward again, that your beliefs about your love life aren't true. You're having to see through this illusion that's no longer working for you. So you're just going to have to let it go. It could be a blind date too that just doesn't work out. Then on the 27th, we have Mercury in Cancer in the 1st house, and it's squaring Mars in the 10th house in Aries. Now I want to look here at something. No. Yeah, we did have that earlier in the month when Mercury was retrograde. And now Mercury is moving forward again. And again, you're not seeing where the actions of someone in authority are meeting with what you want out of life, what your thought process is, what what you think. They're not matching up with you. And while this person may be an authority that has to do with be your employer, your father, somebody of importance, and it's generally a male, especially with Mars being involved in the 10th house, the two just aren't matching anymore. And those actions aren't meshing with your thought process or with what you think for yourself, and their beliefs aren't matching up. So you're going to have to find a way to overcome this issue in order to move forward. So that's Cancer for July 2020. And I know that this is my first month, guys, and I'm stumbling all over myself because Mercury is retrograde, number one. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Just bear with me. Things will get better. I'm just trying to grow here and learn here, as we all are trying to do. So have a great day. I love y'all, and take care. Well, have a great month.